it's quite nice, lit up over there. My intentions regarding training of Bella in the menage, I'm going to take her out quite a lot hacking, and I think that does benefit her mind for her work in the school. And I don't mind if Bella can't walk when we first go in the menage. I know a lot of people say, oh, you've got to walk, you've got to walk, you've got to let them loosen up and all this. Well, actually, no. It's no point fighting a horse and making it miserable by insisting on you walking it round when it doesn't want to walk round. Especially a horse like Bella. So if she'll walk round, all well and good. And she does now go in and walk round. However, she may not. And I don't think it's... I just don't believe in getting all worked up about whether she walks when you first go in the menage. We're going to do quite a lot of transitions. We haven't been doing a lot of transitions yet, but I'm hoping that we can lengthen and shorten the trot. Bella had not had her feet done from when she was born, so that meant that her hooves were really long, and she had this very peculiar trot, which it has come right now. It has come right, and she's even shown some extension in her trot, which looked very nice. I want to progress that on now if she's in the right frame of mind. I also want to practice turn on the haunches. She's doing, I think, very well with that. Turn on the forehand has always been more difficult, and I'm going to just tickle her along with a bit of turn on the forehand. It won't look very pretty to start with because she's never been very good with that even in hand, so it's a big ask really. I mean, she will do it in hand, but it's translating that to under saddle. So we just have to find what works with Bella. Depends on how she is as to what will work, and you just have to figure it out. I'm hoping next year, because we're very nearly the end of this year, so I'm hoping next year that she'll get a good haunches in, that she'll do a nice turn on the forehand as well as turn on the haunches. And maybe towards the back end of the year we might get a few steps of half pass. I absolutely don't believe in taking a horse out in company if they haven't had enough experience. And we've already been out with Sue the knitter, with Apollo, and she behaved very well. Unfortunately there was tractors and stuff, so she danced about a bit, but other than that I think she did very well. Let's just back up a minute, Farouk. Back. Was that a bridle way, or is that... No, I think that's just a public footpath. Right, just wanted to see, because I didn't... They've obviously put a new sign up, but I just thought, let's check. I absolutely don't believe in going out in a big group before your horse has learnt to go out in a 2 and then in up to 5 at a steady pace, walk and trot. It's no good getting out there with a load of people and then you can't control your horse, as we had once with Farouk. If you remember, he got very hot and I thought, no, he's a danger to me, he's a danger to himself, and he's a danger to others. So we turned around and went home, didn't we, Farouk? But after that, I never had to take him home after that. It must have triggered with him that if he behaves like that, he's not going. So we did well, didn't we, Farouk? Just the one turn round, which really shouldn't have happened. He'd had a lot of exposure, but you never know with very hot horses such as Farouk, because he is very hot and of course very spooky, compared to, say, Bella, who's hot and very little spooky, and Apollo, who is hot and hardly any spooky.
I'll put a link in the description of when I turned Farouk around to go home.
And Bella has already started going through rivers, well, streams. We can't call it a river, can we, even though it somehow looks a bit like a river, but it isn't, it's a stream. So she's already getting that in her mind, and I think that's very important, because if you're out on a hack and you come across something like that, what do? If you can't get your horse across and somebody can't help with a lead, you'd have to go back, and I don't want to be in that situation. So when she's confident, and that's why I always take my horses out on their own until they're very confident, because they need to be able to go through things. If I say to Bella, go through that thicket, and it's all dark like a tunnel, she has to have the confidence in me to do it, even though she's perhaps never come across it before. And that can only be achieved by having confidence in everything else, such as going across streams. If you haven't got one near you, I think it's important to box up or trailer up and go and practice a stream. If you want to go out on events where you've never been before and you don't know what there's going to be ahead of you, I think it's important to get that under your belt. Other things you can't do anything about, such as flappy tarpaulin on, say, a haystack. If you haven't got a haystack, as we haven't, we've practiced with tarpaulin, but she needs some more refreshers with that. Because these things you come across, you have to just think, what do you come across? Like sticks, logs at the side, which might look like a predator. It's much... So you can do a lot of desensitizing in your menage or field, but you can't desensitize to everything. There's no, if you want to go out on your horse, then you're going to come across stuff. There's no two ways about it. It's just how it is. You'll just come across things that you haven't come across before, and it's just the horse having confidence in you. If you're out on your own and the horse has always been used to going out in company, you might have a problem, because they'll be wanting the other horse to lead them and they're not there.
If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. We love reading the comments, we love emojis, and we'd love a thumbs up.